So Nehemiah 8. This chapter clarified my confusion from yesterday. Nehemiah was indeed the governor, and Ezra was the priest, and Nehemiah, the record here, I guess it's like another perspective during that same time where Jerusalem was being rebuilt. That core. Corroborates the account given in Ezra. And so after Ezra, that chapter, then Nehemiah, and they are talking about the same thing but in two perspectives. And so that's what happened. And so the people assembled, they read the law, they explained the law, and the people understood. They wept, I guess. They listened attentively and wept because I guess they knew that they were wrong. Then Ezra and Nehemiah told them that it's a day holy to the Lord. And the Levites also saying this day is holy, and so don't weep but rejoice, so that they actually can enjoy choice food. And then they found out that they were supposed to be living in temporary shelter to celebrate the tabernacle, the Feast of the Tabernacle, I believe. In the festival of the 7th month. And so they did that. So they were setting out temporary shelters on their own roof and in courtyards and so on and so forth. And so they read from the book, they celebrated the festival, and then on the 8th day there was an assembly. And it's interesting where it said there was an assembly on the 8th day. The 8th day is actually significant. And to the Christian also, like I was reading from Justin Martyr's dialogue that the 8th day is actually like pretty much what we know as, I guess, the Sunday, the resurrection day, and is considered to be the first day of the week. I think that was what it was. Not sure if it's, yeah, I think he wrote it was a Sunday. But yeah, so the 7th day is the Sabbath, and the 8th day is the Sunday, which has significance in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. And when I read his dialogue, there's a lot of foreshadowing in the Old Testament that speaks of the New Testament and Christ and his death and resurrection and the church. So it's pretty interesting. But it's good that when they read the law, people listen attentively. It's a lot of stuff to go through, and even me, when I read it, not just listening, when I read it, it was hard, but they listened attentively, so that's a good thing. And I think that's the purpose of the festivals, to always have to give rest to the people, and also a way so that they can refresh and be connected to, and always have what God's word in their mind, to have an assembly where the community listen to God's word and then execute it. So yeah, that's my thoughts reading this.